Good evening, everybody. This is a video about a common problem with the Grundig range of valve units. As you can see here, this is a TK40, but it's also similar to a 46 and also a TS340, very common. So let me show you what the problem was. Now, we all know what this looks like because we've already been playing with many of these, and the common problem is the deterioration of the metal flywheel and deterioration of the metal piece here that holds the brake mechanism. But there's also one bigger problem with these, and that is this roller that sits in the middle deteriorates, as you can see here. Mine is totally deteriorated, totally gone, just missing bits. It was not turning at all. Inside it is a little metal bush, as you can see here, and the metal bush just falls out. Just falls out because the metal is totally disintegrated right around here. So the chances of fixing this are pretty remote. So while I do play and collect with a lot of reel rails, I restore the Grundigs, but I do take apart others for parts, and I want to show you something I've discovered that could be very useful to everybody. So let me turn the camera around. This afternoon I was stripping two Tanbergs. I think they're called a 330X units. Stripped out all the inside motors. I have these big beautiful motors from TK40, so I was stripping them to take the motors out. And this second chassis, the motor is sitting on it. What's interesting was I always collect rollers, and part of this Tanberg unit, there's two rollers in each. There's one roller in each, so I have two. This is the idler. It's in perfect condition, like the whole rest of the machine. Unfortunately, the heads were destroyed, so I had to strip them. But here's what's interesting. I was trying to see if this would be usable to fix the old TK40 Grundig. Yeah, they're quite different in size. The Tanberg unit, where is it here? It's about a 58mm diameter roller, and this one is about well over 60, maybe 62 in diameter, maybe 64. But what was interesting was the middle hole. There's a copper bushing here, and the middle of that was awfully close to the shaft size of the original Grundig piece, the inside. Almost close, but not. So I basically took a bit of sandpaper, rolled it up. Where is it? There's my magic instruments. Anyway, you get the idea. You roll up a bit of sandpaper, you put it in the hole in the bush, in this one's bush, and you keep turning it around till you widen the inside diameter. And after doing that for a few minutes, it actually was big enough to fit into the shaft of the Grundig. So I put it in. I'm going to show it to you. You actually see it sitting there extremely comfortably. I wasn't sure if it would work being smaller, but the height is perfect. The diameter of the inside shaft is almost perfect. And the problem with this unit was it would not play. So let me fire it up. Now watch this. When I push the play button, the roller engages, the new pinch roller engages, and it turns the wheel with enormous force because, I mean, it's still driving the clutch, of course, that's there, but it'll stop, but it's very strong. You will not have any trouble with that, because the rubber on these Tanberg rollers is excellent, soft, subtle, in excellent condition. So even though there's quite a big size difference, about 4mm, the hole was correct, the height was correct, and you can see it working beautifully here. This is quite amazing, because this can be used for fixing the TK46 and the TS340, and there's quite a large number of these units, Grundig units, that have this disintegrating pinch roller in the middle. And if you can find an old Tanberg one, 3300X, which I bought 3 for $30, so it wasn't much, and I got some good motors out of them. But yeah, working perfectly, the drive. Unfortunately, the next part, while I was fiddling around with the mechanism, this kind of broke off a bit from down there. Just literally broke. Now screwing it in. So I'll be using a bit of liquid steel. There is a very good product on the market that will bond this, and then we'll see if it can work. But certainly there's no problem with it playing. And backwards goes excellent. Backward reel very strong. Lots of force. Watch. Forward also was working until that piece broke. So. But remember, this roller is not used for forward, fast forward. It's only used for play. It only engages when you press play. Yeah, it's a very strong drive, very strong. Beautiful. So I'm extremely pleased with that discovery, and I will be using that for many other repairs of this vintage Grundigs. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful.